I'm Lenyukta Chetty and I'm here for Sports Federation TV at the Western Cape Provincial Sports Confederation Gala Dinner, where we're celebrating the unsung heroes behind our sports heroes. That's the administrators from all the sports federations in the Western Cape. With me now, Sunette Marais from the Women and Girls Commission of the Western Cape Confederation. Welcome, Sunette, and such a lovely evening. Hey.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, so what is your commission focused on?
We are focusing on the role of the women and girls in sport in the Western Cape. We are focused on why are there so few women in leadership positions, and we want to increase the numbers of youth participation in the Western Cape.
In recent years, have we seen an increase in the number of participation, both as administrators and participants in the sports?
We didn't see it now because we had a 2-year plan. We did have a workshop where all the federations was, so that we can identify the challenges and why are there so few women. And one of the reasons was male domination.
Excellent, and that's Sunette Marais from the Women and Girls Commission. So gone are the days when women are just going to occupy positions of secretary in the organization. Onward to a future where women are leaders, not only as administrators, but sports people.
Good evening, I'm Guy McDonald and welcome to the Century City Conference Centre for the inaugural Gala Dinner of the Western Cape Provincial Sport Confederation. Promises to be a really fantastic evening with a lot of celebration tonight. Tonight we celebrate you, we thank you for your hard work, and especially to the partners, the loved ones of those that are a part of the Federation. We know the husband and wives put up with a lot. You hear the stories, you hear the moans, you hear the and tonight we want to celebrate you with some fine wine and food and some entertainment. I need you to help me welcome to the stage in order to welcome you to this evening. Please welcome Mr. Cobus Marais, SASCOC board member.
Groete en 'n boodskap oordra van president Gideon Sam, SASCOC president. Ek weet hy sou baie graag hier wou gewees het, maar as hy seun se troue vandag, so ons verskoon hom daarvoor. Dis werklik my voorreg om almal welkom te heet. Western Cape Provincial Sports Confederation has established itself well within the SASCOC family as the trendsetter provincial confederation. There's no doubt about that. As a SASCOC board member from the Western Cape, this obviously gives me a lot of pride and joy. Die Wes-Kaapse Sportkonfederasie se strategiese en prestasie pogings pas baie goed en pyk in by die 4-jaar strategiese plan van SASCOC in die aanloop tot en met die 2020 Olympiese Spele, Paralimpiese Spele, die Commonwealth Games, die World Games en die All Africa Games. So it is absolutely fantastic to have this province and this sport confederation excelling in every way. So on behalf of President JP Naudé and the executive, welcome to everybody to this evening, and thank you very much to our federations. This is specifically for you and for your partners and for our stakeholders, everybody, that this evening is to celebrate your involvement and your support. And obviously without the federations and everybody's support, the success of the Provincial Sports Confederation would not be possible. Die Wes-Kaap het uitgestyg as 'n sportprovinsie met uitsonderlike prestasies in beide die able body en die sport vir gestremdes. En ons kan baie trots wees daarop. Tydens laas jaar se Paralimpiese Spele en Olimpiese Spele het die bestes van die Wes-Kaap gekom. En ek dink in terme van spanlede, maar ook in terme van medaljes agterna, was die meeste hier vanaf gekom en ons kan werklik trots wees daarop. Also at the 2017 South African Sports Awards, many of our sportsmen and women have done extremely well and has made us extremely proud. So also welcome to the executive members and specifically the District Sports Council representatives. Without you, this also would not be possible. Hierdie is 'n poging om 'n moeilike jaar af te sluit op 'n baie hoë noot. En ek dink hierdie is 'n mooi geleentheid om vir elkeen 'n dankie te sê en om vir elkeen welkom te sê and just to say enjoy the evening. Welcome to everybody.
With me now from the world, the assorted, amazing, exciting world of Q Sport, we have Charles Peterson, who is here at the Gala dinner where we are celebrating the unsung heroes in sports administration. Welcome, Charles, and such a lovely evening. Hey.
Thank you very much, Chetty. I really appreciate this interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's exciting developments happening in the world of Q Sport now. What can one expect?
The best thing ever is that we've got a lower registration fee. Person's going to pay one single registration fee to play all Q Sports under the banner of Q Sport. That is snooker, 9-ball, and 8-ball, being black ball, on the small table. And we've already seen the benefits of that, having sent a number of players, at 7 juniors, to the 9-ball World Championships in Russia the first week in November. So that's already paid off now.
And not only in 9-ball are the Western Cape athletes or Qs excelling in the other...
Western Cape is the very best in this country. There is no doubt about it. Whenever we send teams to compete in international championships, the Western Cape's got like 40-50% of the members in that team, guaranteed. We are the best in all the categories in Q Sport.
Okay.
It's just not the promise. Come and have a look, and it's there. The facts is there, and it speaks for itself. Yeah.
Okay, great. And that's Charles Peterson from the world of Q Sport, where the Western Cape Qs are not only the best in the country, but the best in the world as well.
What I would like to add is that we've got an invite to host the 9-ball juniors in Cape Town during the school holidays in June. So we're going to take up that offer. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Exciting things from the world of Q Sport in the future. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you very much.
Continue to enjoy your night.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
On a night like this, I would have loved to be with you down in Cape Town, in the Western Cape, because the Western Cape Sports Council has over the months past and the years past done fantastic work. I would have wanted to stand in front of you and praise you for the great work that you've done under the leadership of your president, Mr. J.P. Nadir. It's not been an easy year, colleagues. It's been really tough with sponsors not coming to the party the way we would have loved them to come to the party. But the one message I would like to give you is that all of us must really keep our eyes on the ball to ensure the sponsors know what we want and how we want to run our sport. And I do want to say to the sponsors who are amongst you, continue to support, even if it's the individuals that you're supporting, but continue to support South African sport through our districts, through our provinces. And I just want to say on behalf of the entire sports movement in South Africa, you are the greats of South African sport. Continue to do your best and continue to show the world that even if we do not have all the resources, but our passion drives us. Be driven by your passion to do your best. And as we prepare for the Commonwealth Games next year at the Gold Coast, and a couple of years later for the Olympic Games, I would love to see some of you in those teams that will be representing South Africa.
Let me bring your president to the podium with us. Kids read comics about Superman. Superman reads comics about J.P. Nadir. Applause going, please, ladies and gentlemen. Especially in the dark there, I can see you. Yes, thank you very much.
Thanks, bud. So tonight, sports people, we're all part of the same family. We all have walked the same road. We struggle through the same process every day. So I know that you all understand what it is that I'm going through here if I have to ad hoc a little bit. All right, but why are we here tonight? Tonight's a night where we say thanks to everyone for doing what they do in sport. In fact, our original idea was to say thanks to our partners who allow us to do what it is that we do in the world of sport. Every one of our administrators here tonight is a sports activist, and in someone dedicated, of course, to the world of sport, those of you that are here. Not only to deliver champions, but also to change the world through sport. President Nelson Mandela said, sport has the ability to change a nation. I normally take it a bit further, which I shouldn't. I mean, who can take something that Nelson Mandela says a little bit further? My phrase, my line on that, is sport has the ability to change a nation provided you've got good administrators. Sport would be completely dead without administrators. So I'm sure that Nelson Mandela meant sport has the ability to change a nation with good administrators. Otherwise, the sport quite simply would not exist. Sport has shown globally to be the most attractive and lucrative platform to bring people together. How else do you get people in a room that you can educate, motivate, inspire, and change people's lives? Sport is the one and only other option that we have available in this country, globally, to change people's lives, to change communities. There is no other option available to do this. If you understand the concept of where I'm coming from, how do we put 50, 100, 1,000 kids in a room where they are forced to listen to somebody, where they're inspired to listen to somebody, where they have to listen to a coach, or they have to listen to a captain? When you put your foot on a sports field, you better listen to your captain. You better listen to your coach, or you're not going to play in that team. If you want to make it into that team, you better come to practice. You can't skip school. You have to have these factors in place. So sport is the one thing that we've got that literally, if you think about it, Nelson Mandela didn't just make a vague statement. He made a real practical statement. He didn't just make it as if it's a philosophical proverb. It makes common sense, logic. Those of you that are in this room today are the ones that have the ability to change this nation. Not just administer sport. It's a big difference. But look at what we create in the world of sport. We've got treasurers, we've got secretaries, we have recruitment officers, we've got competitions officers, we've got technical officers, we've got marketeers, we've got PR people. So what are we creating? We're creating accountants. We're creating HR leaders. You know, you have an HR person in every company. We're creating marketing specialists, people who are in brand managers. All of this comes out of the world of sport. We're creating CEOs and accounting officers, even so far as electoral officers and policymakers. All come from the world of sport. We have the ability as sports administrators to take somebody that maybe didn't get a skill in school, put them into the world of sport, that they can go and compete in the business environment. But we think we're just trying to make champions. No, what you're doing goes far beyond anything that you maybe realize that you're doing. The leadership skills that you are busy delivering are the CEOs of tomorrow, and they come from the sports field, provided they get given the opportunities thereafter. But that is what you're putting into them. You're putting into them things like self-discipline, time management, respect, honor, moral values, ethics. The list goes on. Those are the kind of CEOs that I want to have. Those are the kind of people that I want to see run business. Those are the kind of people that come off the sports field. It would, however, be impossible for us to show appreciation. I know, because we hear about this stuff. People talk about it. You know, thank you to so-and-so for volunteering their time. Thank you for so-and-so that this event wouldn't have been possible, and so forth. We hear about these things all the time. But if I don't point out the people, if I don't physically show you who they are, if you don't actually lay eyes on them and get an idea for who the people are, you're not going to quite connect. And I need you to really connect to this. This is the first opportunity we've had. This is the first opportunity we've had as civil society to do a dinner where we can get together and appreciate each other This is the very first time we've been able to do this, and I can guarantee you it will not be the last. But you need to be able to connect to these leaders, and I'm going to show you some of the administrators tonight. All right. Let me introduce you to some of our EXCO members, folks.
Good day, my name is David Munns. I'm the Vice President of the Western Cape Sports Confederation. Yeah, look, some people when they are in Cape Town, they say, "No, ons gaan bietjie Beaufort West toe." Then they think Beaufort West is just around the corner. But Beaufort West is actually 500 kilometers from Cape Town.
Lorenzo Arendse, EXCO member of the Western Cape Provincial Sport Confederation, but also now Cape Winelands representative. So I'm here in lovely Cape Town.
I'm Desmond Spielman. I'm from the chairperson of the Eden Sport Council. Cycling was the Federation of the Year in the Eden district. It had our sport awards, and it was also the Western Cape Federation of the Year.
Right, ek Rudolf Johannes, ek is die voorsitter van die Oerberg Sportraad. Ek is tans in Kaapstad. Ons streef daarna om volgende jaar 2018 nog 3 federasies te stig. Ons is al reeds besig met die proses.
This is Amanda Strip, ladies and gentlemen. She's our secretary at the Western Cape Provincial Sport Confederation. She does all the work behind the scenes and keeps me in my place.
Yes, I agree with that. My position, I'm the General Secretary of the Confederation, and I do the minutes. I remind JP of his appointments or letters that he has to write.
Hi, my name is Richard Buckley. I'm here from the Cape Town District Sports Council, and we're here on the Confederation meeting representing Cape Town District. In the District Sports Council, I chair our Cape Town Sports Council. Yeah, we've got about 84 members, 72 of them very active at the moment.
My name is Jerome Arendse. I'm the treasurer of the Western Cape Sport Confederation. I'm in this portfolio for the past since 2009. And this is one of the toughest portfolios within the under EXCO of the Western Cape Provincial Sport Confederation.
I'm Anne-Marie Prince. I'm from Central Karoo. I serve on the Sports Council. I'm holding the position of Deputy Chairperson at present.
All right. Yeah, he wants to rewind it and play it again. All right. So, like I said, we don't have everybody in the video. For the folks that were in the AGM today, I promise you, we didn't make that video last night. All right. It was actually a proper EXCO meeting. We did do it. We didn't fake it. It was Mr. Bennett Bailey, one of our most dedicated sports administrators, sits on the EXCO. Claude Meyer is unfortunately not here. Kobus Marais, you met him earlier on. Kobus drives out of Worcester to come to meetings, flies up to board meetings every Monday, well, not every Monday, but regularly, to go to SASCOC board meetings. That's up and down the country, a lot of sacrifice. Our commission, Sunette from Women and Girls, Mr. Arthur Cowley from Transformation. Every single one of these folks are people who are committed to the world of sport, and every one of these administrators contribute to this process. Sunette, Women and Girls. Sunette has been running around doing the Women and Girls Commission workshops all around the province. It's a tremendous challenge. We need more women and girls in the world of sport. We don't have enough girls doing sport. We don't have enough women doing sport. We don't have enough women leaders in the world of sport. That is Sunette's challenge. Advocate Kwababana has joined our ranks now. He's responsible for coaching. Gert Loopsche, the chairperson of our Farm Workers Commission. For those of you that don't know, did you know that there's farm worker sport? And that farm worker sport is one of the most active sports in South Africa? Many people don't know this. Did you know that farm worker sport is a requirement according to the Transformation Charter? Let me introduce you to some of the folks that are driving the world of sport.
We changed from Boland to Cape Winelands to be in line with the sports federations' names and borders.
our ladies team actually won the gold medal. So our ladies are world champions. Our under 23 are world champions as well. So we have of the best pool players in the world.
But we got to do grooming, you know. When it comes to fancy pigeons, like with racing pigeons, there's what we call the pigeon husbandry. You got to look after that pigeon properly. It's just not giving food and water and boom, you know, off you go.
Kickboxing is administered like any other sporting code within the Western Cape. In fact, I must say, we were probably one of the first federations that have received Western Cape membership.
So we've gone around to over 100 schools teaching grade 4s about water safety because it's part of their curriculum. So we've had facilitators or trained lifeguards go to schools and then give a lesson on water safety and how to be safe.
So I think if we can create good role models, and that's really something we tried this year regarding the team culture. So it's not always just about the netball, it's much more than that.
Our vision as a purpose-driven sports organization is to be a leader in optimizing the quality of life of transplant recipients and through sports and other physical activities, promote organ donation and transplantation. I think that sums it up.
We just returned from a national event, the Interprovincial, where Western Cape won silver in the championship division.
Western Province Hockey Union have a fantastic development program which they run for about 8 months of the year.
We're active in 3 of the 6 Western Cape districts, and that is mainly because the fencing coaches are available in Eden, in the Boland and in the Western Province district.
I think for example, to have under 15, under 17, and we also have the under 13 division. We have SA champs for that, and that's a good accomplishment.
Hierdie jaar was ons in 'n posisie om 5 spanne te vat. So dit gaan goed in die WP.
I think the women and girls event stretches further than just an event of one day. It's an eye-opener for people to progress to a next level, to get more people involved in their districts and at club level.
That appears on Cape Town TV, on DSTV Ch263, every Friday night from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and then the repeat on Saturday from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. It's the one thing that we've done for the federations to create television for federations. Television for federations is what adds the value proposition that is potentially going to lead to sponsorship. We can't rely on government to give us everything. Lotto is not going to give you everything, and corporates are very tight in the cash. It took a leap of faith for people to get involved in community sport, community media. Ryan Curling, for example, from Hisense, jumped on board with Cape Rugby TV. And we're proud to say he got the highest delivery well, amongst the highest delivery. Score, John Stain from Score, Bashoes, jumped in with community sport. Those are the type of investors that we need. Those are the type of sponsors that we need. People who take a gamble and know that there's an emerging market, an available market that does not cost an arm and a leg, but yet is going to deliver high volume. The concept of transformation is the glue that binds us together. What is transformation? I often get asked this question. The concept of transformation is quite simple. It's the ability to take one thing and turn it into something else. We seem to, or some of our media, some of our CEOs, administrators and so forth have not quite understood or grasped the fact that there's a transformation charter that stipulates how sport is supposed to run in South Africa. It's not just a matter of demographics. There are 48 questions that guides the transformation charter that ranges from high performance to capacity building to demographics to contribute to government priorities. And the list goes on. 48 questions. And that transformation charter, in fact, is almost a blueprint on how you can run your sports federation. Our mission is to unite provincial sport and to empower the federations. We will see this Western Cape logo become the preeminent sports logo in the Western Cape, if not in the country. People will walk down the road wearing our t-shirt and they will compete to wear this logo and represent this province. Of course, it's only possible with the support of our wives, our husbands, our girlfriends, boyfriends, partners. So tonight, the administrators of sport that are in this room, to our partners that are here this evening, we say to you, thank you. Without you, sport in this country would not be possible. Thank you.
Big round of applause once again. Speaks from the heart, as you can hear. And I'm also very interested, I'm very excited actually to see that badminton is in there, because I have a dog named Minton who ate the shuttlecock today, and I don't know how to get it back. All I said was, "Badminton." And the dog just looked at me like that. The jokes are going to get a little bit better when Dalen Oliver arrives, ladies and gentlemen, dames and heren. We are serving mains. Enjoy your dinner.
And here at the Gala dinner celebrating administrators of the Western Cape Provincial Sports Council, we have Gert Loopse from the farm workers. Welcome, Gert.
Thank you so very much.
Oh, and a lot of people don't know that a huge focus is placed on sport participation by the farm workers all over Western Cape. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I must say, sport in farm workers is growing tremendously. If I have to go back, in June, we've got the kids, the farm worker kids, and we present, the Western Cape present in, no, two provinces, two districts present the Western Cape in Polokwane, and we did good. And yeah, and the farm workers is growing also very good. Elke jaar het ons 'n verskriklike groot plaaswerker sportdag waar ons omtrent 1500 mense bymekaar kom. Jy sien, ons het ook hierdie geweldige challenges op farms dat jy kan ook nie net ingaan en 'n plaaswerker, jy moet met die plaaseienaar eers liaise. 2, dan het jy hierdie ander logistieke probleme. Jy moet daardie persone sukkel om in die dorp te kry waar die sport is. So, soos ek sê, sport het gegroei teen 'n geweldige tempo by plaaswerkers. In Junie maand het die judo kinders ook plaaswerkers van ons by die SA kampioenskappe weggevat met goud. Verskriklike goeie prestasies gedoen. 5 goue medaljes uit 8 oudjies. Jy het verlede Saterdag gesien, dit was die plaaskinders wat by die reeldans finaal gekroon was as kampioene. So, plaaswerkers het nie meer nodig om terug te staan nie. Hulle het nie meer nodig om identiteitloos te wees nie. Ons is besig om te arriveer.
Thank you, Gert. Thank you for the work you're doing in the sector.
Thank you so very much.
For Sports Federation TV, now we have David Munns, who is not only the chairperson of Central Karoo, but also the vice president of the Western Cape Confederation of Sports. Welcome, David, and thank you. I know it's such a difficult job being an administrator on such a high level in the province.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, indeed, especially if we take in consideration the distances that I have to travel. I'm from Beaufort West in the Central Karoo, which is 500 kilometers from Cape Town. So now you must understand the magnitude of meetings that we had. So in terms of traveling, it's quite extensive, and it is a challenge and sometimes and so on.
Okay, now an event like this, which is the first of its kind, where we're celebrating the administrators from all the sports. I'm sure you were a very active member of the committee that put this event together. What were you hoping to achieve?
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's a brainchild of JP, our president, and so on. And we put in a lot of discussions and obvious meetings in that. What we want to achieve is actually to thank the people behind the scenes who's assisting these people. I mean, like I just said, we have to travel extensively to come to meetings, and it's away from home quite a lot now. The people who have to stay behind, these are actually their night to say to them thank you, and also to the federations that is doing the work on the ground, to say thank you for them, in order so that we can, as administrators on a higher level, be able to do our work as per our mandates and so on.
So what is it that the Western Cape Provincial Sports Confederation is expecting from the sports federations in the Western Cape going into 2018?
Well, what we need, there's a lot of things. First and foremost is the question of transformation. We have to conform to the 6 geopolitical districts of the Western Cape, of which we still have federations that works on the old system, SWD, Boland, etc. So we want to break that down, especially me as an agent of change. We have to see that they conform there too. But slowly, surely we are getting there in order for that, and also to bring forth this the untapped talent of our athletes, and especially those in the rural areas,
that doesn't have the opportunities and opportunities that people in the cities, for an example, have, and so on. So we are from the whole of the province. I mean, like I said, I'm from Central Karoo, so we have a footprint, a blueprint in all the districts in the province.
Excellent. And that's David Munns, one of the agents of change in the world of sporting in the Western Cape.
The certificate handout part of the evening, and I would like to ask that we grant each other that wonderful thing where we applaud and we give love, because I think we all know how lovely it is to come up onto a stage like this and be acknowledged in front of our peers and their families. So let's give each other that cheers tonight as they stand here and they pose. The Eden Sport Council, and I'd like the chairperson of that to please come and join us on the stage to receive from Amanda. Thank you. It's Amanda's job. The Overberg Sport Council. Thank you. West Coast Sport Council. The West Coast. The Cape Winelands Sport Council. Central Karoo Sport Council. 5 hours drive all the way from Beaufort West. Thank you, sir. Cape Town Sport Council.
With me now is Kobus Maree from SASCOC, and not only from SASCOC, but also a very active administrator in disability sports. Kobus, tell us about your experience tonight.
Well, it was a wonderful tonight. It was a privilege for me as a Western Cape-based board member of SASCOC to attend this function. I think Western Cape Provincial Sports Confederation has really been establishing themselves as a trendsetter confederation in South Africa. Performance has been excellent, administration has been excellent, the reporting has been excellent. So I think the President, JP Nodia, and his team has done an outstanding work, and obviously they fit into the broader SASCOC strategy, the 4-year strategy towards Tokyo 2020. Fantastically, we see that the administration, the coaching, everything of the athletes that must be part of the two teams, South Africa to the Olympic Games and the Paralympic Games, are doing outstanding work, and the performances have been outstanding last year at the Rio Games, but also at the South African Sports Awards. So we are very positive and very privileged to have them here, and obviously for me it's an honor.
Now, being from the highest sporting authority in the country, what do you think is the main objective on the mandate from SASCOC to all the sports federations?
Well, obviously in terms of our 4-year strategy towards the Tokyo Games is obviously to assist the development of sport in all the spheres, to get the federations, to get them to a high performance level, from where SASCOC can then put them onto the Operation Excellence program, so that we can have more medal contenders, and we have got an increased size of team to Tokyo, who can then bring back more medals to South Africa. So that's the ultimate goal, to have more athletes given the opportunity to participate on the world stage, and then also to be winners and bring pride and joy back to South Africans.
Western Cape Badminton. Western Cape Baseball. Western Cape Baseball. Also, Western Cape Boxing. Western Cape Chess. Western Cape Chess. Western Cape Climbing. The next certificate is for Western Cape Cycling. Western Cape Darts. Western Cape Darts. Is Western Cape Equestrian. Equestrian. I must tell you, I tried water polo once, but my horse drowned, so I had to give up. It was horrible. Next certificate is for Western Cape Fencing. There we go. Western Cape Karate. It's a nice thing with karate. Western Cape Kickboxing. Western Cape Kickboxing. The next one, Richard, Western Cape Life Saving. Life Saving. Western Cape Majorette and cheerleading. There we go. Well done. Western Cape Modern Pentathlon. Pentathlon. There we go. Well done, sir.
No, I'm actually quite rejuvenated about our objectives that we still gonna be meeting. We have actually looked at the past and saw exactly where we come from and how we can actually best improve what we've already had. And for me, I can't actually wait for 2018. We're gonna have a fabulous year, and there's a lot of work to be done. But at the end, we need to heighten up our projects. We need to heighten up our mandate. We need to ensure that we actually achieve more than what we've actually achieved in the past year.
Western Cape Netball. Netball. Western Cape Racing Pigeons. My grandfather used to race pigeons. I don't know why, because he always used to lose. They were always faster than him, but that's fine. Western Cape Ring Ball. Congratulations. Keep the gears going, please. There we go. Lovely. Western Cape Sailing. Big round of applause. Lovely to meet you. Gale force wind blowing across the Western Cape today. Western Cape Tennis. I must actually share was Western Cape Transplant Sports. And our final certificate for this evening is tug of war. Congratulations. Keep the gees and welcome to the stage your comedian, Mr. Dalen Oliver.
Thank you. There we go. Lekker. Guy McDonald, are we live? Mr. Sound Guy, you had one. Cool. You guys seem like a good audience. I just want to get to know you, but what's your name, sir? Lorenzo. Cool. Everyone say, what's up, Lorenzo? My friend's mom telling me about the latest Steve, and she's like, no, Steve is doing really well now. He's an equestrian. Where's the equestrian, man? There we go. I didn't know what equestrian is, right? So I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. So she asked me, are you also an equestrian? And then I went blank, because half the time, people use big words. We're like, yeah. And they asked us to explain. They were like, nah, Kenny, right? So now I must explain. Because we know equestrian is horse riding, but it doesn't make sense. Maybe you can help me. Because if you play cricket, you are a cricketer, right? If you play football, you are a footballer. If you play rugby, you are a... A lot of you are stuttering there. Some of you are like rugby player. You're a rugby player, right? So why is horse riding equestrian? If she asked me if I know what the Perevanchi is, I would have known, right? Because that's a horse and cart. I would have been aware of what it is. Because I didn't grow up in a space with horses. Like, if I had to ask her what's Kenichi, she wouldn't have known. I asked one of my white buddies one day, do you know what Kenichi is? He's like, yeah, that bra from South Park. I'm like, no, that's Kenny, right? Okay, focus. So now, she asked me, oh, you was an equestrian. In my mind, equestrian was a star sign. I thought equestrian... It sounds like a star sign. Equestrian has that star sign feeling. So she's like, are you an equestrian? I'm like, nah, I'm a Cancerian. But it's duidelijk. Lekker. My name's Dalen Oliver. Please welcome back to stage your host, Guy McDonald. Lekker. Thank you to Dave, Lorenzo, and the two brassen with no hair. Lekker, man.
Well done, Dalen Oliver. Big round of applause. Isn't he a genius? Absolutely sensational. Dessert is now served, and then we have the vote of thanks, so please don't hurry off just yet. We won't be long with that, but we do want you just to be here for the vote of thanks. So, dessert is now served, ladies and gentlemen, dames en heren. Thank you.
But thank you very much, JP, for this brainchild of yours. Toe jy die gedagte aan ons verkoop, het ons gesien that it can be a catalyst for many to come. En inderdaad, as ons sien, ons het onze awards, waar die mense wat achieve het, awards kry. Dit word gewoonlik deur onze partner DK's gedoen. En JP het gevoel, as Confederation moet ons iets spesiaal doen, specifically vir ons mense wat nie gesien word nie. Die mense wat die werk op die grond doen. En dit is die federasies en die sports council. So, thank you very much, JP. For all the provincial presidents, the provincial presidents or chairpersons as you might be called, thank you very much for the hard work that you are doing. Words will not be enough to say thank you to you. For the sponsors, Hisense, Rian Curling, the guy from Zimbabwe, Bashus John Stein, CTC Sports, Reggie Amos, and of course the guys in the office, Lyndon, Julis, Nangamso, Yushal, Renzel from SFTV, Cape TV, Heidi, and Heidi from OMG Events. People, ons wil vir julle sê baie dankie dat julle vir ons die event so glad laat verloop het. Vir die executive members, Amanda Strip, met die double P, Jerome Arendse, Lorenzo Arendse, hulle is die familie nie. Is maar per toeval wat hulle daar is. Gerald Don, Richard Buckley, Rudolf Johannes, Annemarie Prins, Bennett Bailey, Claude Meyer in sy afwesigheid. En natuurlijk, waar is Gert? Het hy gaan melk. Geld en liewer Gert en Mr. Cowley het verskoning gemaak. Hy moet ongelukkig gaan. Die komiteevoorsitters en waar is hy? Sonet. Oh, okay. Ja, ons wil vir julle ook baie dankie sê because die actual werk is by die advokaat. You are also acknowledged, Makaban. So that is where the actual work is being doing on the ground, is in the commissions and the committees. Sonder verdere omhaal van woorde wil ons vir u sê vir almal wat gekom het. As ek nou u naam uitgelaat het en het gevoel ek het nog vergeet ek moet Engels ook praat, maar is nou klaar verby. Ek het klaar gewys ek kan Engels praat, mister. Weskus, maar baie dankie van my kant af.
Well, Sports Federation TV is here now with West Coast District Sports Council Chairperson Gerald Don. Gerald, tell us about the night. Did you have a lovely time?
Yeah, I think for an event that has been hosted for the first time, it was an excellent occasion. Many of them are still to come. I think the Exco did well in doing this for the federations, and that is exactly what West Coast did last week.
Yes, West Coast had their sports awards last week. How did that go?
Well, for the first time that West Coast hosted it, it went very well. I think we can only do better from going forward, but that is for the first time that we've did it. So yeah, everything has been going well.
Okay, and do you think an event like this to honor the administrators in the region will do well for the sports going forward?
Absolutely. So far, we've only awarded athletes for their excellence. If you also look at the funding model that we've been getting from the Department of Sport or from the Lotto, mostly it is to award excellence for athletes. Nothing has been done for the administrators. And an event like this is proving that without the administrators, athletes won't get far.
Okay, excellent. That's Gerald Don from West Coast District's Sports Council, also celebrating administrators here at tonight's gala evening. With me now is Lorenzo Aronsa from Cape Winelands District Sports Council. Cape Winelands well known for their extensive exposure to sports, all the sporting codes, and excelling in that. Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, not welcome so much as goodbye. Yes, tell us about the evening. How was it for you?
Now, it's been a fantastic evening. If you think of it now, you know, I'm saying these administrators, they sacrifice so much for sport. And to sit here tonight, just to relax and have a nice evening, you said it was nice seeing it.
Yes, tell us about some of the highlights for you.
Now, definitely, you know, I'm saying, number one, to acknowledge our administrators, you know, acknowledge what they do. You know, the certificates we gave them, for us it might be only a certificate. For them it actually means that we recognize, we see what they're doing, we see their sacrifices, and that's nice.
The Cape Winelands athletes are excelling in all the sports nationally and sometimes even internationally.
Look at Ilse Hayes, Dan Base, both the South African Sports Stars of the Year. You know, I'm saying fantastic. Again, coming from the Cape Winelands.
And the amazing administrators behind Cape Winelands Sport. Thank you, Lorenzo.
Pleasure. Thank you.
We're very happy with the way it's been going tonight. You know, the Western Cape federations, they came together here at the hotel. Normally, it's all about administration and paperwork, but today was a little bit different. And it was really about showing appreciation for the sports administrators and their supporters, the husbands, the wives, the moms, the dads, and so forth, that allow the sports administrators to get out and do the work that they do. Those administrators, they sacrifice so much, and you know, so tonight was our way just to say thank you. I think Dalen Oliver was absolutely incredible. Guy McDonald, really fantastic to have these professionals carry the show for us. And yeah, I mean, what more can we say? It was a great evening, and congratulations to our federations that got their membership certificates, and of course the districts, the 6 districts in the Western Cape. So it's been a great evening.
And that is a wrap from the Century City
Conference Centre on the inaugural Western Cape Provincial Sport Confederation Gala Dinner. It's been absolutely fantastic, and once again we say a big thank you to all of the federations, their chairpersons and their families for their ongoing support in the development of sport in the Western Cape.